Okay, let's talk about all the components for a second. So we have where we're doing our threading that we've gone through. This right here is actually your thread tension. 4 I find works for almost everything, but you can rotate that through. Over on the side here, this is your pressure, foot pressure. I have mine always default to 0. If you have a very loose garment or a lot of thread, you may want to fix that. And then just the pressure foot isn't as tight against the bottom. This is a mechanical machine, so anytime you make a difference, don't have the needle down, try and have the machine clear, because it may jostle the needle a little bit. Up here, I have my thread options, and it actually gives me numbers on here, and that's going to correspond down here to my numbers. So right now I'm on a 1. Yes, a 1. So it's just going to be a straight stitch. If I go to 2, let's watch the needle. The needle actually shifts every time you change the stitch, so you want to make sure that there is nothing in there. You also have the buttonhole option. So this is actually choosing what stitch to use. Down here is your length. So I have mine default set to 2.5, so it's this little dot here. You can do whatever you need. If you continue going and get into this plus section, this is your stretch stitch. So that will help with that. You can set that up. Go back to 2.5, and then up here is your width. So I have mine at 5. You can change it up. If you're in a straight stitch, this doesn't really matter. So if we go into the machine, I have a piece of fabric. I'm gonna just put that down underneath my foot. I got to use my lever, my pressure foot lever in the back. Flick that down, so then my pressure foot is on. My needle's still up, but that is okay. And we can stitch along. Oh, you know what? My bobbin's still set up. So once I hit the pressure foot, and that needle's gonna go right in that notch in the middle. This is the A foot. So I've gone forward. You can see I have some stitches in here, which is great. If I want to go backwards, I actually got to hit this guy right here. This is my backwards button. So I'm going to hold that down while I hold my fabric, and I can go backwards. Once I release it, the machine will start going forwards again. If I want to cut my threads, I can roll my needle up. I'm going to flick my pressure foot lever. I can pull this out. And then just over on the side here, this is my thread cutter. And there you go. So we got stitches on the front and back. We can see our bobbin as well. And that's your basic stitch function.